What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris
And Mal.
podcast, episode 60, Takeover Wednesdays. Hope everybody's having a good night. Uh, Hope everybody's doing well and fine. We got a lot of things to speak on. Russell Wilson, new A's rendering stadium, my top 10 wide receiver prospects going into the NFL draft, and much, much more. So, without further ado, let's get to it. And we are back. Cris and Mal podcast, episode 60, Takeover Wednesdays. Mal, what's going on, brother?
Man, everything's good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain, man. Ready to get into these topics, talk about some of this stuff that we got on the slate today, man.
Let's do it.
So let's get to it, man. Let's talk about Russell Wilson, man.
Okay.
Well, we've all known this since, before the season even ended. Um, that Russell Wilson was going to get cut. They had informed him that he was going to get cut after the second game against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
They told him that they didn't want to risk him getting hurt or anything like that, so they wanted to just let him know that they're moving on. They're just going to eat the $85 million dead cap money.
Yeah.
And he gets, I think, what, 35 million, something like that around there.
It's like 34, 35 million. Yeah.
For just not even playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much they still owe him. So he could sign with a team for a league minimum and be good. You know what I'm saying? Because he's getting 35 million. So if he get $1 million from somebody, it'd be 36 million. Or if they give him three, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever the league minimum is for a
Yeah.
vet,
Mm-hmm.
he will get that money. So
Mm-hmm.
what are your well, the question is, whose fault was it as far as the Russell Wilson experiment? Was it Russell Wilson or was it more so the Denver Broncos? What are your thoughts?
I think it's I think if you want to split the pie, I think you would probably I would go more 50-50, I guess, in a sense, because I think the combination with Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett really was not a match made in heaven. You can kind of tell by Nathaniel Hackett's like coaching style, man. He leaves a lot to be desired for sure.
Right.
Obviously, the Broncos. I think the last couple of years they've been going through some injury problems. You know what I mean? Like, some of their wide receivers went down. You had Javante. He went down with a serious knee injury. So I think that some of that stuff kind of stunted the growth of Russell Wilson, you know what I mean, within the organization, as far as like the productivity of that team growing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me for my stuttering, but then also at the same time, Russell Wilson's gameplay, it was a lot to be desired too. You know what I mean? You could tell he was kind of doing too much. You heard the rumblings, within, the media that people weren't really getting along with Russell Wilson, kind of like the same instance with the Seattle Seahawks. So, with Sean Payton coming in, he kind of nipped all that stuff in the butt. So I think it was just it didn't start off well. It definitely didn't end well, especially with Sean Payton. I know he's gonna go in a different direction. I know they want to go get younger.
Mm-hmm.
They traded a lot of pieces for Russell Wilson. They get obviously they're gonna get hit with a big dead cap, with him being gone. So it was just not a really good situation on both sides. I think both sides played a part into to it not really going anywhere. So
Yeah, I'm gonna put more of it on Denver.
mhm.
They set themselves up for failure from the jump. First of all, before they went and got Russell Wilson 2 years ago, um, they were in the hopes of getting Aaron Rodgers. That's why they hired Nathaniel Hackett as the head coach. That's where the
Mhm.
first part where they went wrong
Yeah.
was hoping to hire a coach to get a player, and when that said player didn't come, it fell on their face. And then you try to bring Russell Wilson to try to run Aaron Rodgers, playbook. It just didn't work out. Had they just went out there and got another head coach candidate to come in, and if we get Aaron Rodgers, cool. If we don't, we still have a coach that can adapt to whatever player that comes in. So
Right.
he could have had the playbook right for Russell Wilson. And I just think Nathaniel Hackett was just way over his head
Mhm.
once he came in and they didn't get Aaron Rodgers. So they set
Mhm.
themselves up for failure. The second thing they did was wrong was give that man an extension. What did you need an extension for? He was already on contract. He
Yeah.
wasn't gonna not play. You know what
True.
I'm saying? So
True.
why'd you have to extend him? All you had to do was play him. If it
Yeah.
didn't work out,
Mhm.
you could have wiped your hands with him and traded him or got rid of him, and you wouldn't be 85 million in dead cap money.
No.
Now
Yeah.
did Russell Wilson help matters in the first, in that first year? No, he tried to act more of a superstar. I get it. He was with Sierra. He got his own office. He tried to kind of separate himself from the locker room and try to. You would think he was Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the hype got to Russell Wilson's head. The whole "let Russell cook, let Russ cook, let Russ cook." That's all we was hearing in the off season. Pete telling Pete Carroll when he was in Seattle, "Once y'all let Russ cook, stop running the football so much, stop being so conservative with Russell Wilson at the helm."
Mhm.
Well, he comes to Denver and cooks, and it's not. It just wasn't good enough.
Right.
So,
Right.
um, that's how we uh, but yeah, it was just a bad marriage. And then you ever had one of those things when somebody tells you something bad about a person before you meet him, and then you already kind of have a view of that person before you ever met that person? So they tell
Yeah.
you all the negative stuff
Yeah.
about a person. I mean, he this or she this or that. So all of a sudden, you already
Mhm.
don't even like this person. You don't even know him.
Mhm.
I think that's what happened with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. He saw from afar, hear all the rumblings of what was going on in Denver, and he came into Denver already. I don't like this man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, and from the jump, he never wanted Russell Wilson, but he was stuck with him, so he
Mhm.
had to coach him. And it just every time he would take little low jabs at him in press conferences and talk bad about Russell Wilson. And then that last game when the offensive lineman jump off sides, it wasn't even Russ's fault. What did
Mhm.
he do? He cussing out Russell Wilson for what the
Yeah.
offensive lineman do. You knew right then and there. Yeah, he don't like that man.
No, I totally agree. I just think Russell Wilson, he added the fuel to the fire though with
Yeah,
just
he did.
just kind of just how he was acting around the team. Acting
Mhm.
very prima donnish. Doing the whole thing with having his own office. You've heard all the stories. So I agree with you. Like the Broncos kind of like set themselves up for failure just in it's kind of funny because I feel like Aaron Rodgers ruined two teams at this point. He ruined the Broncos and he's ruining the Jets before your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because the Jets aren't really going anywhere, and I think they're holding on to false hopes that with him coming back, that they think they're going to be a Super Bowl contending team, but they're not going to be a Super Bowl contending team. They have too many holes. They don't have really that much flex capability. Obviously, I'm sure they're going to make some cuts here soon, but Aaron Rodgers is really just leaving them by the wayside at this point. So I think that's kind of hilarious in its own.
Yeah, man. So the Broncos gave up a haul in the swap. So they gave up they got the 40th
Hmm.
pick. No, they gave up the ninth pick, their first
Hmm.
round pick, which
Hmm.
ended up turning to Charles Cross, the left tackle for Seattle. The 40th pick, Bob, would turn into Mayo, Mafe, the pass rusher for Seattle, and then the 145th pick, and then they traded Drew Lock and Noah Fant, and I think it was another player they traded too, but they traded a Hall for Russell Wilson. There's a lot.
Oh, they did.
so
They did. And then they're going to have
so
to eat the money off of that too. So, at the Broncos are in a tough spot. I was still shocked Sean Payton even chose this job. I thought he should have took the Chargers job, me personally. I thought that would have fit him a little bit better, especially with, Justin Herbert. You had him right in your pocket. You chose to go a different route. So I don't feel bad for Sean Payton. And, I think in certain aspects, I think he's a little overrated as a coach as far as like just the tier that people like to put him on. No disrespect to him. I think he's still an amazing offensive minded coach, but I think we hold on a little bit too hard onto that one championship that he had. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I feel like Sean Payton is in the same instances like a Doc Rivers right now. You know what I mean? Like they're holding on to that one chip that was so long ago. And people still hold them on this high pedestal, even though they haven't done anything in a long time. So, he needs to do something here soon. Like the Broncos need to win soon. He's not there to rebuild. I'm very curious to know what direction they go in the quarterback situation, what players they want to keep, what players they want to try to sign, or if they can sign, So it's going to be an interesting couple of months for them, for the draft and, here for free agency start next week. So.
Yeah, they definitely dug themselves a hole, man. So, and I agree with you with Sean Payton, man. There was a lot of bad seasons with Drew Brees, like. So,
no, yeah. Wasted seasons for sure, especially with that defense. You know what I mean? So, he need to he should look in the mirror. You know what I mean? Instead of yelling at Russell Wilson all the time, he need to look in the mirror himself.
For real. All right, man. Let's talk about the A's new stadium renderings in Vegas.
Yeah.
People don't know the Oakland A's are trying to come to Vegas. That's why they're doing all that construction, tore down the Tropicana.
Yeah.
All that stuff over there on Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana. So they came out with the renderings. Let me pull it up. And that's the picture of the front of the stadium right there. What were your thoughts when you saw these renderings?
Initially I thought, they were building an opera house or something, when you see the side profile. But overall, man, I kind of dig the design, man. It's definitely unique. I feel like Vegas is kind of trying to go into like a unique realm with all their new buildings that they're trying to build, obviously with the Sphere and all that. I'm very curious to see what is this? What's the capacity for it? What they say it was like 33,000, 34,000 or something like that for the capacity of the stadium.
Something like that, yeah.
I think it looks dope for what it is. I know you're hearing some mixed reviews. I like the big jumbotron. I'm curious to know if they're going to keep everything exactly the same as it is as we see in the renderings. Kind of like the Allegiant Stadium. They had the renderings that they dropped, and the original renderings had them having a retractable roof, and then they changed that. They were supposed to open up the big sliding doors where you could see the torch while the game is going on. They haven't done that once since the stadium opened. I don't know why. But overall, I think it's dope. I'm very curious to know, like, especially when you can see like all the people out here in the promenade area outside. Like, so can random people just walk up and look at the game as with the clear screen? I'm assuming you can do some stuff like that. That would be kind of dope if you could do that, and you have like kind of like that, San Diego Padre feel, how you have like the apartments looking over, what I mean? So the people, who live there, they get to watch the game for free type of style. So it'd be kind of cool if they had like some bars or something, or something like that, maybe on the outside where you can watch the game. If you don't get the ticket, you can at least, sit at the bar and watch it, from far away or something like that. I'm not looking forward to the construction when it starts with this, what I mean? Right. They're still working on Tropicana in the street, and then it's gonna be that one day when we get to have an A's game, A's playing the Yankees, the Golden Knights is playing. We got the NBA team popping out here. You got a Raider game going on, and a UFC fight, and F1. So that day is coming. But overall, I dig the renderings though.
Yeah, so it's a 33,000 seat stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have the big screen. Uh, the video board is gonna be 18,000 square feet.
That's crazy.
So,
That looks crazy though. The way it looks nuts.
mm,
It looks
so
nuts.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind playing Madden on that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go
So
check out a
yeah.
game? You gonna go check out a game when they do it?
Of course, I go to a game. Baseball games are fun to go to. They're not fun to
Mm-hmm.
watch on TV, but when you
Right.
go to it, it's fun to go watch a game. Catch one. So
One of the
maybe when
afternoon
my
games.
maybe when my Royals come out here and play them, I go watch them.
No doubt, no
Watch
doubt.
my boy Junior do his thing. You know
Nah,
what I'm
that'd be
saying?
dope.
So, but hey, man, looking good, man. Hope. I'm not looking forward to construction like you said, but that's the price of being a big city now.
It is. It is. You know what I mean?
So, all right, man. Let's talk about our NFL top 10 wide receiver prospects and going into the draft, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
Okay.
go first.
Okay. Well, I'll start at number one. I think that should be easy. I got Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's been NFL ready for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Learning everything from his father. So I think he should be number one. I got Malik Neighbors number two. Obviously, he didn't do anything at the combine, but just look at the tape, man. This man is
Right.
nasty. I think Roma Dunza, he helped himself at the draft. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I got him solidified at number three. Um, I'm gonna stick with Brian Thomas Jr. At number four. I think he's amazing. I said, look at the tape, man. Even his numbers in the combine were pretty good. I came close to maybe switching Xavier Worthy over him, but I got Xavier Worthy at number five. I bumped Adonai Mitchell to number six for me. Number seven, I got Troy Franklin. The surprise I moved up to
Mhm.
top 10 was Lad McConkey. I thought
Mhm.
he showed that he can be a legit receiver. Look at the tape. His combine, he looked really, really well. You mentioned it on the last episode on Monday.
Mhm.
I dropped Keon Coleman to number nine. Numbers weren't really looking too good, but I still think he's a top 10 prospect. I don't
Mhm.
doesn't by any means say that he's going to be a bad wide receiver. It's just combine. It's just 40 times. Who cares? At the end of the day, you still got to strap it up. He was a great FSU wide receiver. I think he'll be fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then number 10, I got Javon Baker. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's my top 10.
I had some honorable mentions in there. I just feel like they needed to be mentioned. Anthony Gold,
Mm-hmm.
um, Devontae Walker from North Carolina, Roman Wilson from Michigan, and Jacob Cowing from Arizona.
Yeah.
All four of those guys did really well in their testing, running
Mm-hmm.
fourth. All three of them ran the 4.3. So
Mm-hmm.
4.39, 4.38.
Yeah.
But me and you had the first four are unanimous for both of us. The Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Romeo Dunza, Brian Thomas Jr. I thought Brian Thomas Jr. Like everybody's talking about Xavier Worthy's 40 as they should, but y'all go back and watch Brian Thomas Jr.
No, he was nice. He
40.
was nice. He had a
It was
4.3, low 4.3.
4.33. He was right under. He was the second one,
No. He
but
killed it. Go
it
ahead.
was it was just it was effortless
Mm-hmm.
how fast he was running. I have AD Mitchell over Xavier Worthy. I think they could be interchangeable. I understand that what's her name's 40 time killed it, but for my preference, I like the bigger receiver
I
and
feel you.
AD Mitchell. He ran a 4.34, which is nothing to be sneezed at. But
Mm-hmm.
I got Xavier Worthy at number six. I got Lad McConkey at number seven.
Okay.
When he ran their their four, and he played with Georgia. He was one of their better receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I got Keon Coleman eight. I know he didn't run a good 40 time, but he did the gauntlet and all that stuff. I mentioned that on the Monday show. He did all the other stuff good. So and turn on the tape. Keon Coleman's good.
Mm-hmm.
I got Xavier Lissette. I think he's raw talent, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, he's a late bloomer," but injuries had a lot to do with that too. That's why he's a fifth year senior. So injuries kind of set him back. He had a great year last year. A lot of people are comparing him to DK Metcalf. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, if you're getting DK Metcalf in the second round, like, you know what I'm saying, you take that. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
he gets
Yep.
with the right team, you can mold him. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, and then I got your boy from your team, Ricky Parcell. I like
Okay.
that kid.
Okay.
I think he's a good day two wide receiver. He ran a 4.41, which is very impressive. I didn't think he had that in him, but I've seen the tape too. The kid he makes some good catches too. Like, I think he has a chance to be kind of like a Puka Nakua type. You know what I'm saying? If he gets in the right system. So
No doubt. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not mad.
I like Ricky Porcel. So
Not mad at your list. Can't be mad.
all right, man. Let's go to wrestling. Now, as I mentioned on Monday, I gave him flowers of the week. Sting, for all my wrestling fans out there. If you watch AEW, you know that he retired Saturday night. Was it Saturday or Sunday night? Sunday night. He
Hmm.
retired from wrestling, had his last match.
Hmm.
Um, we all know Sting from the WCW days. He was one of the pillars of WCW, one of the biggest baby faces of all time when it comes to WCW. Um, where do you have him ranked, sir, as far as all the top wrestlers?
I'm curious at you, man. You're the wrestling connoisseur at this current moment. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are first.
So I'm in a wrestling group, excuse me, but I'm in a wrestling group. And when we started the wrestling group, we did a top 10 list or
Hmm.
top 20 list, actually.
Yeah.
I got Sting at, where is it at? I think I got him at number 8 all time.
So who are the other seven in
Oh,
front of him?
so I had The Rock number 1. The Rock is my
Okay.
favorite wrestler of all time. I just think he had all the attributes. He was an athlete. He could talk
Hmm.
on the mic, whatever. Stone Cold, you can't deny Stone Cold.
Hmm.
For my preference, as far as technicality wrestling, Bret the Hitman Hart was my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro was solid.
Uh,
Yeah.
Number 4, Heartbreak Kid. Come on now, you can't deny him. He was, you know, a
Hmm.
lot of the newer wrestlers nowadays mold themselves after Shawn Michaels.
They do.
The Undertaker, he withstood the test of times. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying, and was one of the better big men of all time. Triple H, probably one of the greatest heels of all time. I know we ain't supposed to put this man, but we can't talk about wrestling without this guy, and that's Hulk Hogan. You got to put him on the list. Um, he was the reason why wrestling went to the crossover era. Like, Hulk Hogan was the reason. He was doing movies,
Hmm.
and people knew who Hulk Hogan was. If you didn't watch wrestling, you knew who Hulk Hogan was.
Hmm.
And he had one of the greatest heel turns of all time to me.
Hmm.
When he went to the NWO, nobody saw that coming.
Hmm.
Ric Flair, come on now, you can't tell the story of wrestling without Ric Flair. He's probably one of the greatest promotions on the mic, and the man can wrestle. You know what I'm saying? You may not know that because he did a lot of antics, but he was one of the better wrestlers when it came to wrestling. Then I got Sting at number 9. I got Sting at number 9. You like I said, you can't tell the story of WCW without Sting. Sting was the biggest superstar on WCW, and he had in that NWO storyline, he was the biggest because he switched up his whole style from the surfer dude to now he's the Crow. He's in the Raptors. Every week you want to watch Monday Night Nitro because you want to see if Sting's gonna do something. He got the bat. You know what I'm saying? He's coming from the Raptors into the, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sting changed his whole trajectory as far as wrestling go. It was unfortunate that
Hmm.
when everything folded, that he wasn't able to have a run in WWE.
Hmm.
When he finally did get over there, I think Vince kind of buried him. I think he took a match away from us because we all wanted to see Sting versus Undertaker. That was the match that we should have got at WrestleMania,
Hmm.
but it never happened, and I just felt like they did him dirty. But I think AEW did him a service. He went over there, did his thing, and for somebody who was in his 60s, he still was moving really pretty good. So shout out to Sting. But yeah, I got him number 9 on my list. I had Eddie Guerrero number 10.
Okay. So this question. What about cats like, obviously, some certain people have like John Cena in high regards. Some people have like, Mick Foley, cats like that. Why why not them above Sting? Where do you have them currently at? Like,
I
what's your
get
thoughts on that?
I hear your argument for John Cena because I
Mm-hmm,
understand John Cena was the PG era, but
mm-hmm,
and there was a time where I like thugonomics John Cena. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? That was the
mm-hmm,
era of John Cena. I ain't like this PG era of John Cena. I just felt like somebody shoved him down. He just got shoved down in our face so much.
yeah,
So you know, I think a lot of little kids liked him. He was good for the kids, the Make a Wish Foundation stuff that he was
no
doing.
doubt, yeah, no doubt.
So I think that would booster him up.
Mm-hmm,
Um, I see one night he put Macho Man. I had Macho Man number 11 on my list. I think Macho Man was one of the greatest talents over there. He never got to the big heights as far as a Hulk Hogan, but you knew who Macho Man was because the Cavs knew the Slim Jim commercials.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
If you knew Macho Man, you knew him because of the Slim Jim commercials. But I thought
mm-hmm,
Macho Man was in the early in the 80s and 90s one of the better ring technicians in game. Him and Ricky Steamboat probably still has one of the greatest matches of all time. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I just felt like I just felt like he was WCW. He was an
I feel
original,
you.
and
I
Ric
feel you.
Flair, and I think Ric Flair knew that too. That's why he picked him. Like that's the guy right there. That's why he put him over so much. Um, I had Roman Reigns at number 12. You can't deny what Roman Reigns is doing right now. Like Roman Reigns
Mm-hmm,
he's on another plateau right now.
mm-hmm,
Chris Jericho, Mr. Perfect, Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar. I got Samoa Joe and AJ Styles because they brought in the independent type wrestling that's popular right now. All the high flying stuff, all the stuff that they doing. Rey Mysterio too. You got to give Rey Mysterio. I think he's the greatest luchador of all times.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, Randy Orton, he's up there too for me. But yeah, that's my list, man.
No
But
Razor Ramon, the
I love
guy,
Razor. I
the
love
guy.
Razor. Razor goes into that category of I think if Razor was a more main event guy, and as he should have been, no, I'm not putting the Warrior up there. I'm sorry, man. Warrior was hyped up, but he couldn't wrestle for nothing. I mean, Hulk Hogan couldn't wrestle for nothing either. But Hulk Hogan they tried to make Warrior Hulk Hogan, and he just was not Hulk Hogan. Warrior was not. I get it. People loved Hogan. I mean, Warrior as a kid. Nah, I'm not putting Warrior in my top 20 list. I'm sorry, sir. Uh, but Razor Ramon, don't get it twisted. He was great, but they never put him up there. Even when he was part of NWO, he was second to Kevin Nash. I felt like all the time. Even though even though when he was Scott Hall, he's the reason why Sting turned to the Crow. He's the one who suggested that to Sting.
I
Fun
think I
fact.
just think I think Razor Ramon has had a lot of impactful moments in wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yes,
He had that great
first,
match with Shawn. He had
it
that
was the
great
first
match with
ladder
Shawn
match.
Michaels. That was
Yeah.
one of the best matches I've ever seen. I think that was for the Intercontinental Championship, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You had as I said, you talked about it, the whole NWO teaming up with Steve Nash, and
Kevin Nash.
the
Yeah.
whole, Kevin Nash. I mean, and still on my basketball mode right now, and all that, you talk about, him turning Sting into the Crow and all that type of stuff. I just think, and then just with his whole persona, you know what I mean? I think it just elevated him. You know what I mean? I think people really appreciated Ramsey. I'm not saying you don't, And everybody's list is everybody's own list.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
mean,
Right.
personally, Razor Ramon was one of my favorites. I have him in my top 10. But I was just very curious. You didn't say Razor Ramon. That's all.
No, I mean he's like 21. I mean he's
Yeah,
like between the 21, 25 area. Like
I
I
got you.
I,
I got
I
you.
respect Razor Ramon. It's just that he never. It's like Mr. Perfect to me, and I know Mr. Perfect is number 16. I thought Mr. Perfect was just his persona, his ring acumen. He was one of the best in the ring, and it was just like I got another person that was actually originally on my list, but I can't mention him because of what he did.
Who? Oh, Chris Benoit.
Yeah. like,
Look, we're all
like to
grown.
me,
We're all grown.
like to
We're all
me, Chris
grown.
Benoit is top 10. If you ask
Look,
me,
let's call it spade. Like we're all grown. You know, we've
Mhm.
talked about R. Kelly and his music. Like I
Mhm.
get it. You know, we recognize what certain people have done in their lives. Is we don't condone it. We all know the history of Chris Benoit and that whole story. Very sad story to see that whole family go through that. That was probably one of the most horrendous things in wrestling history. You know what I mean? Next to Owen Hart, passing away. So. Uh,
Mhm.
but I know what Chris Benoit brought to the table. His matches were amazing. I thought he was psychotic. You know what I
Man,
mean? His matches
man,
were crazy. Uh,
the crossface is still one of the
no doubt, he
biggest
was a fear. He
used,
was a
man.
fearless dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sure eventually they will make a movie on that. They will make a
Mhm.
movie on him. It it's it it's just gonna happen, but uh you know the history of wrestling, man, all these wrestlers, man, you just when I really obviously I feel like the buildup within the WWE is starting to rise again,
Mhm.
to the point. I'm not saying it's going back into that attitude era in the sense of like how popular it was, but you can feel it rising though. You can feel the I guess the attention on wrestling getting
Mhm.
back to a really good point for them. You know what I mean? It seems like it's becoming way more mainstream. I think a lot of these ladies are really helping that. You know what I mean? Based on how some of them look. You know what I mean? And I say that very respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to
um,
Bianca Belair.
you got the whole storyline going on with Cody Rhodes, and how that's going to end. So WrestleMania is coming up. I think I might watch my first WrestleMania in like 10-15 years, man. So
Mhm.
you know what I mean? You starting to see a lot of people talk about it more on socials, man. You've got me a little bit more into it, man. Re-educating me because I've been lost in the sauce, man. I haven't really been paying
Mhm.
attention to wrestling in a minute. So
Mhm.
kind of telling me the whole storylines now. I'm interested. It's not just because of
Mhm.
certain people, but the storylines is cool. You know what I mean? Like I've known of Roman Reigns for a little bit. I've known of Cody Rhodes for a little bit. Um, I gotta start paying attention to wrestling a little bit more, man. I've definitely been intrigued. So we might be getting some more wrestling talk here pretty soon, man. So
Yeah, man, you
see
gotta
what that
start
go.
watching Raw and SmackDown, man. I know you
Yeah, I
be at
know,
work
I
on
know.
SmackDown, but you can watch Raw on Monday.
Yeah,
Pause.
I know. I need to. I need to.
So, all right, man. Let's talk about hometown UNLV basketball, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, hooping.
Let's start with the men first.
Yeah.
They've been balling, man. They on a 5 game winning streak. They beat San Diego State 62-58.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's his name? Deedon Thomas Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
freshman point guard. He had
Mm-hmm.
19 points last night. Then you have the Boom brothers, Keelan Boom. He had 16 points last night. Um, they've been balling, man, and they've beaten 4 ranked teams this year: San
Yeah.
Diego State, Colorado State, New Mexico, and Creighton.
Yeah.
So they beaten some ranked teams this year. They
Yeah.
look like they might make a run and get into the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that'll help them. Beating those 4 ranked teams will help them get into the tournament.
For sure.
And this Deaton Thomas Jr. kid is looking like he might be a star. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew that it was probably going to take some time. I know the hype with these kids, the Boone brothers and Deaton Thomas. I remember hearing about them before the season started, but I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was going to take some time because the brothers are transfers from Oklahoma State. So I knew it was going to take some time for them to get together in jail.
Yeah.
But I think it's starting to finally, the sauce is starting to, get come to formulate and come together, and
Mm-hmm.
they're looking good, man. They're looking real good.
No, they are looking really good. I think with that win, I think me personally, I think they really solidified them getting into the tournament. Having those 4 wins against top 25 teams, I think that looks really good on the resume. Uh, Obviously they don't want to lose the first round of obviously I think they're fourth in the conference right now. So I don't know if they'll get a bye. I'm not really
Mhm.
sure how that works with the tournament, but I'm excited to see how they do, man. I'm excited to see how far they can progress in the tournament. I'm excited to see how they do next week in the Mountain West. Um, when they get in the March Madness tournament, what seed they get in, who they play. I'm really excited, man. UNLV men's basketball hasn't really been doing good the last couple years. Ever since I think the last time we made it, I think was like 20. I want to say like 2015, 2016, maybe. I could be wrong, but I'm excited to see what them young guys do, man. They've been hooping, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, they definitely been
They
doing
ain't
their
been hooping
thing.
like them ladies though. Them ladies, them lady rebels
Yeah,
is them
yeah,
lady rebels is kicking ass,
and to
boy.
speak on them, they are ranked 23.
Mm-hmm.
They're 27-2. They're
Yeah,
on a 12-game winning streak.
yeah.
Desiree Young, who's for hometown girl, she's
Uh-huh.
center. She's averaging 18.6 points a game, 9 rebounds.
Right,
Shooting
right, right.
56% from the field. And then you got Kara Jackson, point guard. She's averaging 11.1 points a game.
Yeah.
Um, they just coming off of back-to-back 50 plus wins, 50 plus point wins over
Mm-hmm.
San Diego State and Utah State. To beat Utah State 104-44 and beat San
Mm-hmm.
Diego State 100-41.
Yeah.
So they're balling.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
They're balling. They're doing their thing. I know they beat one ranked team, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
which was ranked 19, but they have a really good shot. This Desiree Ray chick, she looked like she might be going to the WNBA next year.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, but no, they look good, man, and they look like they have a chance to challenge, to go deep into this tournament.
I
So,
want UNLV to be the team that knocks out Iowa. That's what I want. Give me that. I'm asking the tournament. Who makes the bracket? Put UNLV in the same bracket as Iowa. I want to see them Lady Rebels take out Caitlin Clark. I
you
said
don't
that
like
first.
Taylor Card. You don't like her.
I just think, man, they be overhyping her a little bit too much, man. Me personally, I know Shorty can shoot. You know what I mean? Congratulations to her. You know what I mean?
She
She get
got
to
the
shoot.
record, man.
Congratulations to her. You know what I mean? Cool. Kudos. Cool. But
You a
plenty
fool,
of other
man.
females that done the same thing that she's done. You know what I mean? They just didn't get to do it in the volume that she get to do it in. Not hating, you know what I mean? She can ball, she can hoop, but you know what I mean?
All right, man. All right, man. Shout out to the UNLV basketball on both sides, men and women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna let you lay up this topic. Warner Brothers doing live service games only.
Yeah, so they did a I guess I don't know if they had a call or if they were doing a conference or something like that. So they made an announcement that they're going to start focusing more on live service games. Like more like phone friendly games, stuff like that. Obviously, if you're not familiar with what a live service game is, it's pretty much it's kind of like a it's less of a base game for a full base game price, where it's an evolution of a world where pretty much it's very continuous. It's not a linear game where it's you get to finish it, it never ends, it never stops. There's a lot of microtransactions. You're paying for a lot of stuff, whether it be cosmetics, you know um you know stuff like that. So I'm just curious what you think. What's your opinion on live service games? What do you think? What do you think this means for like games like Mortal Kombat? They had the Harry Potter game that sold for 22 million, sold over 22 million copies. What's your thoughts?
So it's for the PlayStation. It's for mobile.
I think they're going to focus more on like mobile games, more live service games. So they're not going to make like they're not saying they're never going to make them again, but like the Batman Arkham Knight style games, they're going to focus. They're going to be more like a Anthem. They're going to be more like a Destiny. They're going to be more like obviously you got games that you got certain games that are live service games that do really well, i.e. Destiny. As the game we play currently, Helldivers 2 is a live service game that's doing really well. But obviously you've had plenty of other live service games that don't really do well, kind of like Anthem, the Marvel Avengers, recently the Suicide Squad game. I think they peaked. I think they were peaking at like I think almost like 100,000 or something like that, but then it's down to like damn near like only like less than 10. So you know what I mean? So a lot of people are not fans of live service games because you spend a lot of money for these, especially for the in-game content, whether it be expansions, cosmetics, pay to win type of stuff like that. Um, Obviously, when you get these games, you don't get the full game. You kind of get like bits and pieces of it. So in the replayability, you get certain games where you do the same missions, you fight the same enemies, stuff like that. That's why a lot of people don't like these games. So like I know we're playing the current game in Helldivers 2. You know what I mean? Like obviously the missions are repetitive, but it's a fun experience. It doesn't feel repetitive. You know what I mean? I think just with the if they're gonna go this route, they need to follow the model of like a Helldivers 2. Me personally. You know what I mean? Like a Destiny, something like that. But I think if you're gonna do this, you need to give us a more meatier package within the game. Don't give us like a small sample size. Then you're gonna add like different places, different enemies, stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people fear, because it's basically a money grab. It's a money grab scheme. It's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, pretty much, in the sense of the video game world.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if we can go to the direction of a Helldivers 2 or a Destiny or whatever, then we all Gucci. But if they do it on some of them other games you mentioned, then like a Suicide Squad, like the Avengers game, then it's not gonna last long. It's not gonna work, and they're gonna end up losing money. So I like I said, I got to see how they do this, especially with like because I know they said Batman, the Arkham series type thing, and then Mortal Kombat, and I forgot the other games they said, but yeah, I got to see it. I just got to see. I got to see how it works.
Or just make them free to play. You know what I mean? But even then, man, they need to be very careful, because their best selling game in a long time was the Harry Potter. It sold over 22 million. It's not a linear game. One of their more popular games, Mortal Kombat, that they make, it's not a live service game. Hopefully they don't go that route. Like, if you want to throw in some live service games, do it. You know what I mean? Certain things, certain of them, certain games do work, certain don't. But at the end of the day, I hope they don't focus on that, because I think they do have a lot of great IPs that they can, make great games. Like, get back, make people are craving for another Arkham Knight game. Make it. You know what I mean? People were excited for a Suicide Squad game. You didn't have to turn it into a live service. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, find a healthy balance, you know what I mean? But if they're gonna go this route, I don't think it's gonna be too good.
Yeah. I agree, man. We'll see, man. I'm just gonna sit back and let them do their thing, see how it work out.
No doubt, yeah.
All right, man. Let's talk about some little NBA. Does Zion need the dunk contest?
Yeah.
I think the dunk contest needs Zion. That's what I think. Zion don't need no dunk contest. Needs Zion.
I think they need each other. I think they need each other.
I think it's 80, 95.
And the only reason why I said this is because he recently did an interview, and he said he would do the dunk contest if he gets selected into the All-Star game. Now, hopefully he can stay healthy, because I think we all know that Zion Williamson, he can easily be an All-Star candidate. You know what I mean? I think based on this alone, I think people are going to force him to do the contest. See, they go, all right, you're going to do the contest if you get voted All-Star. All right, we'll vote you an All-Star. Do the dunk contest. You're going to pull LeBron. You're going to pull out last minute. You know what I'm saying? I just think the buzz of Zion is kind of like dying, you know what I mean? Especially with all his injuries, you know what I mean? All the off-court issues, you know what I mean? The inconsistencies on whether he want to stay in New Orleans or what, you know what I mean? I think low-key, I think he needs a new change of scenery for me purposely. Whether that him going to New York or him going to, Dallas or, somewhere else, you know what I mean? I think he needs it in a sense, because he needs to get his name revitalized in a sense. You know what I mean? I think he's lost a lot of lust within, the common NBA fans. You know what I mean? So, people don't really see him too much on, like, obviously the Pelicans are playing pretty okay for right now. You know what I mean? I feel like they should play better, but it wouldn't hurt, man. I think Zion needs to, hopefully it refocuses him into, being an All-Star again, and hopefully we can see him in the dunk contest and revitalize that whole situation. If he can bring back the dunk contest, man, I think it'll put some more buzz on his name.
What superstar do you think could bring back the appeal for other players to join the dunk contest?
I think the biggest name probably would be. I think here's a scenario I think that would be really good. If you can get a Mac McClung, get a John Morant, get a Zion Williamson, do that. You know what I mean? Maybe if Zach LaVine wants to come back, try to get another three. I think that'll bring the buzz back in the dunk cuts. But I think the main name, if you can get a Ja versus Zion match, I think that'll bring a lot of buzz because those will be really the two guys that I think will bring the excitement just on name alone. Now, if they're not gonna do that, I've been said I think they need to just go in a route where you get certain NBA players to sponsor kind of like a street ball dunker in whatever region that they're in. So if it's like a John Morant, you get somebody from the South. You get like Jalen Brunson, you get somebody from the East. You get like LeBron James, he can sponsor somebody from the West, and and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So, and then you could just donate money. They can, like, the dunker can get 100,000, and then you could also donate another 100,000 to a charity of that player's choice. You know what I mean? Make it fun. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these NBA players don't want to do it. A lot of these NBA players feel like certain NBA players feel like it will jeopardize kind of like their status amongst NBA fans, or maybe that kind of like that lust, I guess, in a sense, because people have like a certain expectation for a certain player to be really great in a dunk contest. You know what I mean? So, they need to figure it out, man, because the dunk contest is, it's becoming boring. Overall, All-Star Weekend has been kind of a dud, minus, these 3-point contests, minus the whole situation with, Steph and Sabrina. You know what I mean? The overall game is pretty much a dud. It's kind of sad when the celebrity game is the best game out of the rookies and the all-stars. So they need to fix it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Do you think Anthony Edwards can join in?
No, that's another name. Anthony Edwards too. You know what I mean? He's had a lot of big highlight dunks. There's a lot of guys out there that are athletic freaks. Now, will they do it? I don't know. You know what I mean? We just got to see. So, is there a particular type of dunk matchup you would like to see? You know what I mean?
The one you just said,
Ja Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one. You know what I mean? That really would be the one. Now, would they do it? Nah, who knows, man? Who knows? Man, maybe you gotta start paying these players like they need to be paid to play the All-Star game and play an in-season tournament. So
yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, man. Let's talk about let's go back to wrestling.
yeah.
But let's go to the video game.
Yeah.
What is your top 5 wrestling video games of all time?
So, honorable mention, I got WCW Nitro. I used to play that religiously. You know what I mean? I love that game. That one was cool. Number 5, I went with WWF WrestleMania arcade game. If you don't remember that one was pretty fire, very fast paced. Number 4, I went with WWF WrestleMania 2000. That was on the N64. That game was pretty crazy. Number 3, I went with WWE 2K14. That kind of you got kind of like the graphics, you know what I mean? Everything looked really crisp, looked like the real wrestlers, man. Number two and number 1 were pretty tough for me, but number 2, I went with WWF No Mercy. I used to play that game all the time with me and my homies. That game was fun, man. You could not beat that game. That game was really cool. But number 1 to me had to be SmackDown versus Raw. that one was one of the best wrestling games ever, man. You had like the whole walkouts and all. I feel like that was like the first time you kind of like had the walkouts, you know what I mean, with the music and all that, with The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H. I feel like the music, the theme songs back then were very iconic, man. Sing along with them, man. Head bow to them. Some of them pretty groovy too, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my top 5 right there.
My honorable mention is WWE SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. I thought that game was great.
That game was good. That game was really good.
Number 5, I got WWE 2K14. It was the transition to the games that we play right now.
True.
Then I got number 4, I got SmackDown versus Raw 2011. I thought, for the same reason you just said. Number 3, I got WWF WrestleMania 2000. I used to love the THQ style of play. I
Yeah.
just always thought that was great. The
Mhm.
first game to use the THQ style was WCW versus NWO Revenge.
I remember that.
No, I rocks with that game, and then of course I'm with you. But this is my number one. This was your number two, but it's number one. WWE No Mercy is just the greatest wrestling game of all time to me. From
I'm
the
not mad at
creative
that.
creative player to the gameplay to
Yeah.
everything, man. It was storylines they had up in there. Like, yeah, it was one of the greatest wrestling games to me.
So obviously, you got, WWE 2K24 coming out. If 2K you want to sponsor us, let us know. But anyways, what have you heard? Are you gonna get it? Like, what do you
I
expect
was
from the game? What's going on?
I'm always gonna break down and get it.
Hmm.
But I heard good things about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I like what I see as far as the storyline goes. I like the
Okay.
storyline that they're working with Roman Reigns and everything they're doing with that. So I'm
How does the
intrigued.
wrestling look? Does it look very fluid? Does it look like it's fast paced? Does it look like it's slow paced? Like,
Well, my knock with the 2K games was always it was the buttons was never user friendly. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? It was kind of difficult. You got to push this and this to make do this move, and it was
right,
like
right.
that's the only my only gripe with the 2K. But once you get in the flow of it, it becomes second nature. So I ain't gonna nitpick too much, but
Do you wish it would go back kind of like to like the old days? You know what I mean? How it was just like felt like button mashing in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, would you rather
a
go to
little
that
bit.
route, or do you like the more intricate like controllers game?
No, I mean I'd rather just XB grab,
Right, right.
square be your hard slams.
Nah,
What's the
yeah,
name? Be your lighter slams and punches,
yeah.
and just keep it simple, man. Like
Right. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So
For
nah,
sure.
but still, I play the game. It's all good.
For
I
sure.
like
For
what I
sure.
see so far, so I'm gonna check it out though.
For sure. For sure.
All right, man. Let's go back to basketball. Jeff Teague says Jokic Murray is not a top five duo in the league. Do you agree or disagree?
God damn, y'all. I
Yeah,
don't know if do you agree or disagree off that Steve's, bro. All right.
I disagree. I think they are top five.
Well, here I'll give you the whole storyline. So pretty much, I think he was on Mike Miller's podcast. So Mike Miller initially gave his top five duos. So he basically went Kyrie and Luca, LeBron and
Hmm.
AD,
Hmm.
Joker Murray, KD, D Book, and Tatum Brown. And then Jeff Teague stepped in. He was like, "Where's Dame and Giannis?" And then Mike Miller was like, "Who you gonna leave off?" And he went with Joker and Murray. So that's how that whole situation came about.
Look, I'm Dame time all day. You know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right, right.
But I gotta keep it real. And you can't take the champions off the list, man.
Nah, you can't. I understand what Jeff T is talking about.
I
I think
give
in a
it.
sense, I think people will probably pick Dame over Jamal Murray, even though I think it's a lot closer than what people think. Like, because I'm not sneezing on Jamal Murray's nice, man. Jamal
Mhm.
Murray's very nice, hella nice. I think he's the bigger athlete. He's a bigger baller player. Defensively, I think they both get cooked in their
Mhm.
own right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Murray can drop the same amount of points that I think Dame does. You know what I mean? But I get the Dame Giannis combination. Like Giannis is a
True.
freak, you know what I mean?
He
So
is.
I understand. Like I'm not mad at that. If I
I'm
was
not.
gonna do it, if I had to take somebody off for the for Dame and Giannis, I would probably do Tatum and Brown. That's me. That is me.
Why are you taking
It's
off
either
Tatum?
Tatum and Brown or Kyrie and Luca. It's one of
Yeah.
them two. It's one.
I
I'm not taking LeBron and AD off. I'm not doing
I'm
that.
taking Kyrie and Luka off. I just think they kind of I think they kind of cancel each other out
They
because
do, but Kyrie's nasty, bro. Like, are you taking? All right, let me
individually,
ask you. Let me ask you.
individually, those two are
Okay, well, this is
walking.
what we're talking about. Individual. So, are you taking Kyrie or Brown?
I'm taking Kyrie
Are you taking
individually.
Luca or Jason Tate?
I'm taking Luka. He's backed me into a corner, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dog.
But as a
No, if anybody's
tandem,
watching this, tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, please explain. Please. I'm
But if
just
it's a
saying.
but as a tandem though, as a tandem, I
What
just
had
always
all right? Look, I get Tatum and Brown have made it to the finals. They got whooped. I wouldn't say whooped, but they
they
lost
lost.
to Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. They
Yeah,
did.
they did.
They
And
did.
Jordan
And a
Poole.
Clay Thompson that came off an Achilles and an ACL tear. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. I get it. Like, look, they're playing well, but they got Porzingis. You know what I mean? They got Derek White. They got Drew Holiday. Like, that is one of that's one that could literally be one of the best starting fives in a very long time since the Warriors. You know what I mean? This is obviously it's not that long ago, but it's up there. That could be like one if they win a championship, that could be top 10 starting fives of all time. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, it's something to think about.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
But I'm not mad at Jeff Teague for saying what he did, though. I'm not. I understand it. You know, the Dame Giannis combination is pretty nasty. They've been looking really good, even though I think they just got whooped today. But you know, overall they've been pretty good. But you know, see if we're gonna go, yeah, nah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. Let's talk about a new movie studio in Las Vegas. They're
Yeah.
bringing Hollywood to Vegas, y'all. And Mark Wahlberg is one of the advocates for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it says the lights of Hollywood could soon be shining in Las Vegas through the largest proposed tax break bill in Nevada history.
Yeah.
Uh, Wednesday, Nevada legislators heard from actor Mark Wahlberg and developers advocating SB 496, Democratic Nevada Senator Roberta Lane, who introduced the bill. It's called the Film Bill. Is proposed to 190 million in tax breaks each year for production studios to operate in Southern Nevada until 2043.
Mm-hmm.
The current Nevada law caps these tax breaks at 10 million annually.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to work it out in the Summerlin area, downtown Summerlin area,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to build the studio. I think it said like Flamingo and I forgot the other spot. Flamingo and like Durango area, something like that. But what's your thoughts, man?
Look, I like LA, man, but it's really starting to get scary how how Vegas is turning into LA so fast, man. Like I really don't want to see this, bro. Like I knew it was coming. I'm just saying, man, buy your property now. Buy your houses now. Buy what you can right now, people, because it's gonna be damn near impossible here in the next like 5 to 10 years. It really is, man. We're gonna be looking at, you know, it's gonna be looking like Cali all over again out here for real. So you know, you're gonna have a lot of I want to be movie stars out here. You know what I mean? You're gonna get that kind of vibe out here. You know, it just is what it is at this point. There's no stopping it.
I'm about to go pick me up a script. So.
All right, what you gonna try? You gonna be Mrs. Doubtfire 5 or some shit, or what you gonna
I
do?
got to be Mrs.
Big Mama
Doubtfire.
House or something? Big Mama
Hell
House
no.
3, 3.2 or
Drug.
whatever.
I'm about to be Tyrone in whatever drug dealer movie they put
Oh,
out.
you gonna be a drug dealer movie? That's what you. If you could play
Mhm.
anybody, if you could play any role, what would you want to be? Would you want to? What would you want to do?
I want to be the main villain in the movie. You know what I'm
You gonna be
saying?
a main villain in the movie? What, like a Die Hard movie or something?
It don't matter.
Or
Them
you want to do
hood
like
movies, right?
you want to do Waist
I
Deep too?
want. Yeah, I'll be big. I'll be big meat.
Big meat, big chicken. You know what I mean?
Be his brother coming to avenge his death.
Yo,
Which
facts,
Tyrese
man.
said. Which
You know what
Tyrese
I
said,
mean?
I'm about to kill him.
Kid all grown and shit. Motherfucker got the real horse, not the fake toy
Yeah.
horse and shit.
Hmm.
Man, that's
I'm going
crazy.
after him. Nah,
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 man.
I'm
Put
just
me
playing.
in
But
like
no, it's
uh,
no, but
you
you're
know,
right, man. This is the inflation's about to go up, people.
hell yeah,
So
man.
you
I
might
can
have to
see
move out.
myself, man. Somebody probably give me one of them bullshit erectile dysfunctional commercials or some shit, looking like a fucking
You know,
fool.
hey, they pay you a nice check. You gonna go?
Yeah, let's see, shit. Let's see how much.
Nigga,
I wonder how
five
much they do.
G's.
I wonder how much they pay for commercials like that. The medical commercials. I'm
Not that
very
much.
curious.
Not that much. Not
You
that
know
much.
somebody
They
who did
do.
one?
Just I man, the main actors is complaining about pay. That was complaining about the pay. You
I
think
know
they gonna
that's
give
real.
you?
That's real. Who was the shorty
You think
said he
they give
made?
you?
I could remember seeing some dude said he made like 80 cents per show. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would be hot.
Yeah,
I would be hot.
yeah. I'm
Now,
not
let me
mad
be
at
on
you.
Law and Order. You know that if I could be on any show, I want to be on Law and Order. I really do, cause I got a lot of stuff I got to tell the old girl Olivia, boy. Olivia.
Newsflash. That means you are. No, I ain't gonna say that.
What? Nah, what you say?
I was about to do the Ice T line.
Oh my god, that show will never end.
Nah, it's never going away. They gonna put Ice T and Liv's kids as cops.
I'm surprised they ain't have a. Did they have they ever had a love affair? Her and Olivia and Ice T's character.
Heck no.
They should. Might as well
I thought
turn
she
that
had more of a love affair with what's her name than she did with.
with Benson.
Hmm.
Well, he on the other one. What's the other one called?
I don't know,
What's,
like
what's the?
FBI or something like that. I don't know.
I wish they would bring back CSI. Man, I miss CSI. CSI was my
They
joint.
did bring it
Vegas
back.
version. The Vegas version. Oh, they
They
did.
did. They did bring. They brought it back. I forgot
Oh,
who was the
word.
lead
It's the same
detective over
dude.
there, but they brought Grissom and everybody back. Yeah,
Oh
because
shit!
at
I gotta
first they
check
had a
it out.
black lady as a lead, but it wasn't selling, so they was like, we got to bring, we got to bring
Oh
Grissom
shit!
and
Is it still
and
going on?
Sandy. I think it is on CBS, on Paramount, and all
Oh
that.
shit! I gotta check it out. I mean, CSI was
Yeah, but
fire.
they had brought
Okay.
everybody. I think they had brought everybody because I think they brought Nick back.
And Warwick Brown, they brought him
Another,
back from dead.
no, they didn't bring Ward Brown back, but they brought like I said, they brought Nick, they brought Sandy, and they brought Grissom back, and
Okay, okay,
then
okay.
I don't know if they brought back the other chick. I forgot her name.
What?
I
Sarah?
don't think not Sarah Seidel. What's the other chick? She ended up going to like CSI or CIA or whatever.
Oh, the with the redhead chick.
Her dad
I
was like
forgot
a
her name.
mobster,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I know
think
what
they
she's
brought
talking about. Yeah. I gotta watch that then. I didn't know that.
But I say Sandy, but they brought Grissom and Sarah back. Sarah Seidel. That's right. That's her name. I don't know why they called her Seidel. That was kind of weird.
Sarah Sider. Nah, yeah, that's just crazy.
All right, man. Let's go to NBA. How much of a threat are the Bucks to the Celtics to win the finals? They're a big threat, man, because you got Giannis and you got Dame time,
Yeah, I
and
think
I'm
they. I
tired of
think they're.
Jalen Brown. There's
Why
nine
you tired of
left.
Jalen
Going to
Brown,
the
dog?
because that dunk contest left the bad taste in my
You won't.
mouth.
You won't let.
Pause.
You won't let that. You won't let that die. I don't think anybody will let that
And,
die.
and he can't go to his left.
Nah, yeah, nah. I agree. I think the Bucks have a really good shot. I think the problem with the Celtics though is I think they're just gonna revert back to ISO ball, man. I think that's their one thing. I think they revert back to that a lot. Like obviously, I think you saw that with the game a couple of nights ago when they lost. Um, and then we just got to see what's up, man. We got to see what Kristaps Porzingis is going to do in the playoffs, man. We got to see can he stay healthy. You know what I mean? Tatum or Brown, man. They've kind of folded in certain games where they've been kind of like hot and cold. In the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I think the Celtics need to win this. If they don't win it, there's going to be some major changes with the Celtics. You know what I mean? They have no excuses this year, none at all. You know what I mean? You don't have the rookie head coach. You know what I mean? You don't have any holes within your offense, no holes in your defense. Your starting lineup is one of the best. You even got a little bit of a bench with Horford coming off the bench and Peyton Pritchard and Hoser and all that. So we'll see. But I think the Bucks got a really good shot, man. They've been clicking on all cylinders. I know Chris Middleton, he's been kind of on and off a little bit. Hopefully he can get his thing going on. Giannis is dealing with an Achilles injury right now. But Dame's pretty much he been on that hot streak ever since All-Star weekend, man. You kind of saw that coming. So you know what I mean? So he's playing at an
Maybe that
MVP
was
level
just
right now.
maybe that was the kick in the ass he needed.
Nah, maybe maybe that second win. Obviously, he was going through that divorce too. I'm sure that's weighing heavy on him as well. You know what I mean? So,
You see, Gorilla trying to holler at him.
oh, and Glorilla had the little nip slip. You know what I mean? So maybe
That
that's
was terrible. But she was trying to holler at she saw a picture.
You think Dame is gonna take on Glorilla?
She said, she said, "Who's that?" And everybody in the comment section, it was on Twitter, on Instagram, was one of them too. She was like, "Who that?" And she was like, in the comment section, "That's Dame Lillard. Like, you don't know who Dame is?" She was like, "What you say? I don't care if you got a girl. She can't beat me up. She
Nah,
can't."
facts.
Like,
Them hood girls, bro. That's that hood girl talking, man. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
said,
I
"Dame,
respect that.
run,
I
stay
respect
far
it.
away from that."
I don't think Dame gonna do it, but he might. He might. He's single man now, man. He off the divorce, man. You never know.
He might
Plus,
be in
ain't
that car
really much
singing,
out there in
"Yeah, bro,
Milwaukee either. And there's probably not that much out there in
yeah,
Milwaukee.
bro."
You
No,
like that song?
no,
Oh,
that's
you
one of
been
her
in Milwaukee?
better songs. I got family in Milwaukee.
Oh, my bad. So how is
No,
it in
but
Milwaukee?
that's nice. It's cool. Nice little area. A lot of Negroes out there.
Where? I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of
Mm.
Negroes out there. What's I about to say? That's probably her best song she's made that I like.
Yeah, Glow.
I think her rapping on her, she's starting to get a little bit more smoother with her rapping. Like
Maybe she getting more
at first,
comfortable.
yeah, it's like you could tell she was slide. She was she felt that one.
So out of all the
She
younger,
was slide.
out of all the
She
young,
was slide though.
now, so out of all the younger young female rappers, who do you like the most?
I mean,
You about to say Ice Spice or shit?
uh, she has one trick, and it's not rapping. She is of all else fails. Let me twerk. You know who I like, but she don't get no shine. Is that
Cool.
Amaretta chick? She can
Mm,
rap.
yeah, she cool. She cool. She
I
cool.
like Scarlett too. I like Scarlett.
Yeah, she cool.
Yeah, I like
No Flo
Scarlett.
Millie, no Flo Millie, no
She's fine.
Rhapsody. Oh,
Rhapsody
Rhapsody.
is fine. Of course, Rhapsody. That's Rhapsody. She's probably the
Okay,
best
okay.
female rapper right now. Like as far as rapping goes, it's her
Hmm.
and Chinori.
Okay, okay. No Lotto. You like Lotto?
I like Lotto. She can rap, but she rap about the same stuff.
Don't they all? You don't like Megan?
No, she's all right.
Mm. Okay. Curious.
She's all right. Did you hear about Arch Manning?
Nah. What happened with him?
He said he's not going to be in the NCAA game because he wants to focus on football.
Focus on what? You ain't even starting, my guy. You ain't even starting. It's $600 in a free game. What distraction is that? Like, bruh, what is he talking about?
He had to, yeah, all he has to do is just sign the signature. Go to an app,
No one's putting you
sign
in the
it.
starting lineup anyway, my guy. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
No
You know
way.
what it is? He wants
No
to be the
way.
cover athlete. He wants to be the cover athlete because they probably gave it to
No,
Shador or Travis Hunt.
no. What it is he saw he got a 70 up in that mug. He's like, I'm not participating in this.
Bro, you're not starting, dog.
I got a news flash for you, Arch Manning. We could just type your name in that thing.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man, let's talk about the elephant in the room, man. Let's talk about Chris Jones coming to the Raiders, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, it's not happening. Stop this. He's
what are
gonna
you
sign
talking about?
by Friday.
He's gonna sign by Friday.
Mm-hmm.
What confidence do you have in that?
A lot. They wouldn't be doing this for Legarius Sneed if they know they're not getting Chris Jones.
Why would Chris Jones sign? If he wants the money, why would he sign now?
Because
He can make more money
he
elsewhere.
because grass ain't always greener on the other side, man.
You never know. You never know. But if he wants the
Okay.
bread, his best chance would be to wait until free agency starts.
But if he wants to stay, like Mike Evans,
Mike Evans got paid though.
he did. He gonna
Can
get
you
paid.
pay Chris Jones? Can you give him 30 million?
Yeah, we can. Especially
No,
getting rid of the Jerry Snake.
you can't give him 30 million.
Yes, we could.
Then how you gonna fill everything else?
We still gonna. It's not gonna be 30 million taking up the first year cap number is always low.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of having an extension, man. So you
You
can
still
lower
got
that cap number in the first year.
Pacheco. You're gonna have to pay soon.
Who?
Pacheco.
You think we paying Pacheco?
Oh wow, you're gonna do him dirty like, hey Pacheco. I hope you seeing this. It's come from your own people, dog. Don't run that hard, my guy. They don't love you like you think they do, dog.
You
They don't
think
love you
that
like you
Brad
think you do.
Beach is
Them in
gonna
your
put
own
some money
fans,
on
dog.
Pacheco?
PSA to
He looking at
Pacheco. Hey,
He look.
somebody run this
He's
to
looking at
Pacheco.
tape right now for his replacement. Let me go ahead and find a new
Pacheco,
running back in 2
bro.
years.
This ain't even me talking. I'm not a Chiefs fan. It be your own people, my guy. He
I
that
love
no
Pacheco.
appreciation.
I
Bro.
love you, Pop. I
Appreciation,
love
bro.
you, Pop.
No, he
Come on,
don't.
man.
No, he don't.
Come on.
No, he
Come on.
don't. He don't. That's crazy.
2 back-to-back
I
seasons.
would never say that about Josh Jacobs. That's crazy. I want my man to get paid. That's crazy.
I want Pop to get paid too. I just
Nah, don't
need
say
for
that now. Don't flip the script now. That's crazy.
I never said I didn't want the man to get paid. I just know my team.
What did you just say?
I said, do you think the Chiefs are gonna pay for Pop?
That's crazy.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna
That
happen.
was your star player all playoffs. Next
That's
to Chris
fine.
Jones.
No, actually, he wasn't. He didn't really have a good playoff. But that's I digress. I still
What
love
you
Pop.
mean? He had some of the bigger runs. He controlled the ball games. What you talking about? Oh, now we forgot. Now we're forgetting.
Did you see that Baltimore
Are you serious?
game?
Are you serious?
Did you see that Baltimore game?
I did see the Baltimore game. That's correct. I did see that.
He averaged like 2.2 yards a carry.
That was the one game. What about the game before that?
Yeah.
What about the game? What about the Bills game?
I don't think he did that good in the Bills game.
He did okay. He did okay.
But it ain't all, you know.
See, hey Pacheco, just leave there now, bro. Don't run that hard next year, my brother. Save your
locked
body,
up,
brother.
son. You
Save
locked
your
up.
body.
And you got 2 Super Bowl rings. You gotta run hard.
Pacheco, brother. This is coming from a brother, man. You know, I don't want to see my other brothers get done like this. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Protect your body, man. Save your body. Don't run that hard, man. If you feel a nick, just sit out. Feel a nick, sit out. They ain't gonna pay you, my guy. Even if your own fans be saying this about you, bro. Just remember this.
If Saquon couldn't get paid, what makes you think Bob is gonna get paid?
Saquon, somebody gonna give Saquon bread.
Yeah, Houston, another team, just like Pop. Somebody else gonna give him some money.
See, hey, Pacheco, remember this. Remember this, Chris Jones. You hear this? They saying the same thing about you, my guy.
No, we're gonna pay you,
Chris Jones. Come to the Raiders, dog. Come to the Raiders, bro.
Right.
Come on, go, Chris. Listen to me, dog.
Go to Houston, man. The women look better out there. See, God don't like ugly. We can't even hear you. You turned your mic off. You cut your water off. Can you hear me? No, I think the other mic can pick you up.
Oh man, hold on. Let me get the.
See,
about
to talk that foolishness.
Here you go. Hello.
I hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, God heard that foolishness. He cut you right on off.
I got too excited with the mic, man.
Turn that off real quick.
I don't know why you hate me. All right, bro. We ain't gonna go in circles, man. These people don't want to hear us talking about this all the time.
Chris Jones is gonna be a Chief next year.
Let me ask you something, brother. Can you give me your top 5 chicken nuggets out of fast nuggets? Can you give me your top 5? Can you give me your top 5 chicken nuggets?
Chick-fil-A.
That's number one.
Yes.
You got Chick-fil-A number one with the nuggets?
Man, the grilled chicken nuggets. Smack.
Oh, number one. I wouldn't go number one, but okay.
McDonald's.
Okay.
Wendy's. The spicy nuggets is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other ones, I don't know, man. Jesus. Maybe Burger King.
Burger King got the chicken fries, don't they? No, they got. I guess they do got chicken nuggets.
No, you know what? Burger King got some decent nuggets, but now, you know what? I'm gonna go Sonic. Sonic got some good nuggets.
Okay.
5. I couldn't think of about it.
Well, number one has to be the spicy nuggets at Wendy's. Has to be the spicy nuggets at Wendy's.
I'm not mad at it.
2, McDonald's. 3, the grilled nuggets at Chick-fil-A. I'll give you that. I'll give you Sonic's. And then 5. I don't think I've ever had Burger King's chicken nuggets.
Not bad.
Have I had Jack in the Box? Have I had Jack in the Box?
You know what? There you go. Number 5 is Jack in the Box. Yeah. Number 5 is Jack in the Box.
It was just random. It was a random thought. Nah, man. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to go home and see my pops. You know, I go home tomorrow. Go to Texas tomorrow. See the familia. So I'm excited to do that tomorrow. Glad I got over this cold though.
Your sister live out there too?
Yeah, she do. She live out there too. Yeah. She's supposed to be picking me up tomorrow. She better be on time too. Better be on time. Hopefully the weather out there is nice. I saw the weather. They tell me it's supposed to be cool, but it says like 70, 80 degrees. I'm like, how cool can it be? We in the 60s.
Pack some shorts.
It's not like we're going to be doing much out there. Maybe. Yeah, it says it's about to be 78, 84, 69, 70.
See?
It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, though.
It's
supposed to be raining tomorrow, though.
Then you ain't doing nothing.
When's the next vacation you going?
Hopefully, maybe going to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. How long you going to go for?
Just a weekend.
Are you excited for that Freaknik documentary?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gonna watch that?
Have you seen that documentary on the Nickelodeon kids?
I have not. I heard about it, though. Have you watched it?
You heard it? No, but I heard they kept talking about your boy, was it Drake and Josh? Drake?
Oh, the white kid?
He admitted that one of the producer people molested him.
Well, where's the documentary at? What services?
I think it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu? I gotta check it out.
It's called The Dark Sides of TV, but it highlights Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Have you watched the Patriots one, the Dynasty?
I'm not watching it.
Everybody keep telling me to watch it. Everybody says it's pretty good. So
I'm good.
Oh, why you waiting for the Chiefs one? You waiting for the Chiefs one to come out soon? Oh my god!
Can't wait for that 30 for 30.
I ain't watching that shit. That shit's gonna be hot trash.
No, it's not.
I'm cool, bro.
It's gonna be great, man. You should watch it, man. It can inspire you for greatness.
Did they announce who's gonna be on the quarterback? On the new quarterback?
No, I heard it was supposed to be like Joe Burrows or somebody.
It was for this past season, right? So it'll be whatever happened this season. So what, we just gonna watch a whole 6 episodes of rehab and shit? He's gonna watch 6 whole episodes of him on the sideline rehabbing and shit. That shit's gonna be boring as fuck.
I don't know who's gonna be. I could have sworn I said Joe Burrows, but I could be wrong.
Hopefully they do. I know they're doing the NBA one. It's supposed to be like LeBron, Jason Tatum.
They pulling out the stops, huh?
Yes, I think Devin Booker or something like that, or Paul George, one of
They
them
said
two.
they went all superstars, huh?
No, that was dope. Well, I
Of
know
course.
LeBron James is doing his last
What's
dance
it-
type of one. I know he's doing one like that.
So what's it gonna be called?
What, LeBron James one?
Yeah.
It's gonna be some with
The
I I
basketball
I,
player.
I strive for greatness, some bullshit, or I'm the king, King's Last Dance, or something like that,
King's Last Dance.
or I don't know. I'm just making
I'm
shit
like
up.
I'm Michael Jordan. I'm soon.
No, we'll see. We'll see. His will be cool though. LeBron's will be cool. His
Mm-hmm.
his career has been probably one of the more entertaining ones. His Mike's Allen Iverson's career was really entertaining. His would be really good. Obviously Kobe's. Um I think Ron Artest one would be really good. The Dennis, aren't they supposed to be doing like a Dennis Rodman movie? Oh, but your boy ain't playing it no more. That sucks. I was looking forward to that
Supposedly
one.
they recast. Supposedly they recasted Kane.
Who's gonna be Kane?
One dude. He's an up and comer. His name is Doman. What's his name? Domingo Coleman.
Black dude?
Hmm.
Domingo Coleman? I don't know who that is.
He was in The Color Purple.
I did not watch Curly Purple.
He played Danny Glover's role.
Did you watch your
Yes.
girl Kelly Rowland in the what's that
No, I
shit
did
called?
not watch that movie. I did not
I
watch that
figured you
movie.
would watch that. You look like a Tyler Perry type of movie goer. Don't your girl love that show? Don't
She
your girl
loves
watch
all
Tyler
them.
Perry?
And she watch all them shows.
Did she watch it?
Sisters. No, she wanted to, but
Oh, I'm surprised she ain't watched it.
I was like, I heard it was bad, which I did.
I heard it was bad too. I heard it was
I
bad
heard it
too.
was terrible. She was like, really? I was like, yeah. And so she would be like, well, let's watch it and find out.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
If she wanted to watch it, we could watch it.
I'm sure y'all have some free time this weekend.
If she wants to watch it, we could watch it.
I know. I know. You gotta do what your lady wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I might need some glitch energy to watch it. Stay up.
Yeah, Glitch Energy, man. Shout out to Glitch, man. They've been rocking with us for a while. Glitch Energy drink offers a wide range of delicious flavors to suit everyone's taste preferences, whether you're into fruity flavors like Maui Punch, Cherry Bomb, Blue Smurf, or grenades. There's something for everyone. Glitch Energy Drink is not only great for gamers and workout warriors, but also for everyday people who simply need a boost of energy. It's a healthy choice that you can feel good about. You can find more information and purchase Glitch Energy Drink at glitchenergy.com. Again, that's glitchenergy.com. Remember to use the promo code Cris and Mal to get 10% off your purchase and start enjoying those delicious Glitch energy drinks, man. So shout out to Glitch, man. Make sure y'all use the promo code support us and support Glitch, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Glitch. Damn, Buffalo let go Micah Hyde too.
Hey, let my go Micah Hyde just now?
I guess so. That's what I
No
keep saying.
way. The Bills, they letting that shit is like a fucking fire sale, dog. That's crazy. Go ahead and bring Micah Hyde on.
Oh, you want Michael Hyde?
Oh shit. I want Chris Jones.
No, you know what? All right, man. whatever streaming platform that you use to listen to your podcast on, whether it be Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, whatever you listen to your podcast on, Cris and Mal podcast is available. Go ahead and follow us. Listen to all of our episodes from the past ones to the recent ones. Also, if your first time watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and at 9:30, change it up a little bit, 9:30 Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays. You can
Mm-hmm.
jump in the comment sections, jump in on the topics with us, give your 2 cents because we want this to be an interactive podcast. We want to hear from y'all too. So that's why we
Yeah.
do these lives. Y'all can jump in and talk about these topics too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it is when you're watching a podcast and you hearing the topic and you want to give your 2 cents too, but you can't because it's not live. But we are. So
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and do that for us. Hit that, run the subscriptions up, people. Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and Twitch. Oh, we also got on Kick too. Follow us at Cris and Mal, and we will follow you back. You know what I'm saying? We just some regular guys who like sports and entertainment and life, and we talk all that stuff on here. And if you have a feedback, critiques, topics, you got a question you want us to bring up on the show, hit us up, man. We will shout you out on the show for contributing to the show with a question or a topic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and do that. Um, we want this to be, like I said, we want this to be the people's podcast. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and follow us, man, on social media, man. Go ahead and hit us up on social media too. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us. We
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
We're not mean people, man.
Nah, never that.
All right, sir. You have a good flight tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Get
Appreciate
get to
y'all.
your destination. Get your destination safely. Tell moms and pops and sis I said it was cracking.
Will do. Will do.
And to all you people, until next time, Monday, when Chris Jones is signed to a lucrative deal in Kansas City, yeah.